So, the year of 2024 is over and it's been an excellent year for me, my channel, and of course New Vegas mods. The Fallout show also came out this year and also won Game of the Year for Best Adaptation. So it's all around a great year for Fallout. Today, I am taking a look at the best mods from 2024 for Fallout New Vegas. Unlike last year, I tried to gather mods from almost every category. So there's more mods this year. So strap in, take your popcorn or gamer fuel or whatever you drink, and let's jump into the video. Animation mods. New Vegas Animation Overhaul Guns reanimates every single gun in the game. To small pistols, to light machine guns, and even a few unique weapons, this mod have you covered. Now this mod doesn't cover most of the heavy weapons, but it still covers a lot of weapons. This mod is also highly customizable when installing. As for the animations, they look really great. Most normal weapons have normal animations with slight flair. Most unique weapons have over-the-top equip animations or reload animations. There are a few bugs here and there, but for the most part, it is the definitive weapon reanimation mod. New Vegas Animation Overhaul Melee does the same, but with melee weapons. A lot of stances look similar to Cyberpunk or Dying Light. This mod will finally make people play with melee builds. Unfortunately, the hit feedback still sucks, but you can't have everything, I guess. Enhanced Movement is a substantial movement overhaul mod for Fallout New Vegas. Not only does it fix a few long-running bugs, but also adds a number of new features that let you play the game in a different way. Changes include better sprinting than just vanilla sprint mod. It even lets you shoot while sprinting, with the caveat being very low accuracy. You can now also prone. One small thing I will like added is my second hand being visible while proning, as currently it feels like I am sliding above the ground. This mod also adds auto lean like in Cyberpunk. All in all, it's a great mod and adds a lot of new movement opportunities, and everyone should try it at least once. Idle Variety adds a lot of new idle animations for almost every single NPC in the game. This mod also adds some special idle animations for unique enemies. Now I don't like all of them, some definitely stick out slightly, but overall this mod does add a bit more personality to the NPCs. Armor mods. Weirdly enough, in the armor section, we have one actual armor mod and two backpack mods. First is Functional Backpack. This is the definitive backpack mod for Fallout NV, not just of 2024 but of all time. Unlike other backpack mods, this mod doesn't just give you a slight carry weight buff, but act as an actual backpack. You have to manually put things inside your backpack, and it only has a carrying capacity of 60, I believe. You can also find upgrades for it throughout the Mojave, which add other functionalities such as workbench, reloading bench, etc. On the other hand, you have Canvas Backpack. This mod is the opposite of Functional Backpack. Feature-wise, this mod has nothing. It just flat increases your carrying capacity. No need to put things manually. But where this mod excels at is variety and roleplay option. There's a backpack for almost every faction in the game, along with other random colors and designs. For most people, Functional Backpack will be the one, but Canvas Backpack also have its audience. Legion Armor Revamp project slightly changes the Legion armors to better differentiate the lower level legionaries from the higher level legionaries. It adds more protection, pouches, different visors, and other decorations to the armors. This is the only armor mod this year I thought deserved to be in this list. Hopefully, we'll see more armor mods in 2025. Bug fixes. Now, if I start to list bug fix mods, this video will be 4 hours long. So do yourselves a favor and just download every popular bug fix mod that released this year. Some standouts being zlib updated, view model shading fix, VATS lag fix, etc. Companion mods. There were a decent amount of companion mods this year. I chose 3 out of them to be in this list. Rosa is the most interesting out of them. This mod adds a raider companion to the game, but you can have her with you as long as you have enough money or decent speech skills. You will find her near the Nevada Highway Patrol Station holding some followers hostage. You can choose to defuse the situation or let the guy die. She doesn't have too many personal dialogue or opinions, but has a thoughts option which have a few funny dialogue.
If you got shot in the head just trying to deliver a package, I can only imagine what'll kill you next. A strong breeze, maybe?
She also has some quest-specific dialogue.
Ready when you are. I can help you get him out of there alive if you want to make it laugh.
She is pretty good in combat with her laser RCW. All in all, I think this is the best companion mod from 2024. Coming from the same author is Atom. He's an unique ghoul companion. He has this weird, almost spiritual way of talking, which makes him very fascinating to listen to.
You speak the truth. My mind remains my own for now, though I weep for my lost brothers and sisters.
He also has opinions and backstory, which is nice too. But I didn't notice a whole lot of quest specific comments. Combat wise, he's kinda shit, especially with his top sign, but that's not an issue for me. Lastly, we have Cook. He's a King's Gang member who wants to explore the Mojave. He has a surprisingly emotional backstory and also opinions on factions.
Robert House. Only thing I know about him is he's the founder of Robco and apparently runs the strip from behind a curtain.
He also has his unique armor and weapon. Combat wise, he is pretty good too. Personally, I prefer Cook more than the other two because I like the King's aesthetic, but objectively, Rosa is the best. Creature mods. Only have one mod for this category, and even that is a robot mod rather than creature. Miss Galtron, classic Assaultrons, adds a bunch of Assaultrons in the game that look like their Fallout 1 counterparts. Some are hostile, but most of them are non-hostile and are joined with some kind of faction. Now they only have one voice line, which is kinda disappointing, but design-wise they are standout and definitely worth trying out. Gameplay mods. Simple night vision lets you toggle between night vision and heat vision using your power armor helmet. Both of these overlays are beautifully implemented and look really great. The heat vision especially is useful for identifying targets that might blend in with the terrain.
Hello. Howdy. Nope. Had a pretty good claim once. Yep.
Who's that Pokemon? It's
Hard Pete.
Mental stability system adds a sanity system to the game. This is the only mod that didn't work for me, but it's still a great mod. Maybe I did something wrong, so I am using old footage. Anyways, it adds various levels of sanity states that are affected by your in-game actions. The more insane you become, the more voices you start to hear.
So, this is the eyesore they call the strip. Yes. Let's burn it down.
You can turn down your sanity by these spells, but they are hard to come by. This mod might not be for everyone, but it's a great mod nonetheless. Mariposa lets you play the whole of New Vegas as a super mutant. You have all the animations of super mutants. Now the mutants can't use a lot of human weapons and none of the human armors, but new armors are added to the game as a replacement. Melee attacks are slow but deal more damage. Now, strafing in third person is still kinda weird and my only problem with this mod, but other than that, this mod is perfect. Faction mods. Now, I don't have too many huge faction mods for this list. The only big one is Encounters of the Mojave, the fort. This mod adds lots of new encounters in the fort. You can see people talking, training and doing their Legion stuff. All of this adds a layer of cruelty to the Legion that you might have heard in game but never saw.
As you command, Master.
A lot of us have massacred our boy Kaiser and the fort but can't help the slaves. They will play the same fearful run animation and won't talk to you. Immersive abolitionism fixes that. This mod lets you talk to Siri and Melody and free them. Along with that, this mod also lets you talk to captured NCR Rangers Stella and Andrews.
Are you kidding me? I'm out of here. So fuck y'all! Woohoo!
Now that alone is great, but this mod takes things one step further as you can find Siri and Melody have taken shelter at the Mormon fort, and Andrews and Stella have rejoined their post in their respective camps. Such polish from a mod is really great to see, and I hope to see more mods like this in the future. NCR and Legion Salute adds salute animation for NCR and Legion NPCs. These are simple mods but do add slight immersion to the game. New lands mods. Vice is a total overhaul mod for the strip and the surrounding area. Now, it's not technically a new lands mod, but I couldn't figure out where else to put it. Let's start with outside of Vegas. The whole area have been filled with clutter. A lot of new assets have been used in this area. Freeside is relatively untouched, but the strip has been heavily overhauled. Each casino has been expanded in some way or another, and it differentiates them even more. For example, Gamora have these hanging cages suggesting that there are some kinky shit happening inside. The Tops is all about music and entertainment, and Ultra Lux have this giant parking area along with this open restaurant suggesting its classy ways. There's also this locked up ruins section behind Michelangelo's workshop, and you can actually go there and explore. Next is Nova, Arizona. Now this mod is still in beta, so expect lots of new changes in the final version, but the current version is impressive enough to secure a spot in this list. This mod adds a giant new area beyond the Southeast Legion gate. You can see a bit more Legion culture in some of the adobe houses there. Along with that, there are other stuff like camps, outposts, and some other standout locations. The main landmark in here is the radio tower. It is so long that you can see it from any place. There's also new creatures and other stuff too. Hopefully we'll get to see this mod release in its final state, fingers crossed. Now Drivels is both a quest mod and a new lands mod, so I was kinda hesitant to put it in here. But alas, this is another Legion area. If I'm not mistaken, you get to experience this location in the main game too, but not in its prime. It is kind of an canyon type location, not too big, but it's filled with things to do and places to explore. The quests themselves are for the most part basic, not in terms of objectives, but in terms of the story. But for mod project, it's more than enough. All in all, it's a great new lands mod and a quest mod, and everyone should try it, especially Legion enthusiasts. New NPCs / encounter mods. Wildside adds even more Wild Wasteland encounters. These include parodies, references, and much more funny stuff.
Hello.
I'm not showing too many as I know a lot of you haven't experienced this mod. Believe me, it's worth it. Then came the Stranger, adds a Nemesis style enemy into New Vegas. To initiate this process, you need to pick up this heart in Good Springs. After that, the Stranger will spawn at random times in random places. If you manage to kill him, you can loot some goods off him, and after some time a message will appear stating that he has been resurrected again. Now this mod isn't lore friendly to the slightest, so it's not for everyone, but for those who like some challenge, give it a shot. Settlement / area overhaul mods. Super Lively Good Springs is the merge of lively series of mods for Good Springs by mod author Z Bumper. This mod does a lot of stuff to improve Good Springs and its surrounding areas. There's now a lot more clutter in Good Springs, but unlike a lot of mods, this clutter suits the place. But the biggest change this mod does is the schedules to NPCs, and these schedules are not just limited to doing the same thing every day, but NPCs often take break in weekends or do different things in different days of the week. Examples include Doc Mitchell taking in the sunset, Easy Pete taking in the lunch. This is not limited to these main characters, but minor characters such as the Powder Gangers and that one guy in Good Spring Source too. Super Lively Vegas does the same thing for the Strip and Free Side. Examples include more NPCs in the Atomic Wrangler along with smaller scale gambling operation. This kid could be shut up.
You mean it? Wow. Thanks, mister.
NPCs such as the Street Vendor and Billy Knight getting some minor stuff along with some new animations and much more. Both of these mods are top tier, and if every settlement gets these type of mods, then this game will jump from a 9 out of 10 to 11 out of 10. Legion Arena Overhaul takes the Barebone Arena from the base game and turns it into an activity to remember. You can now watch matches rather than just participating in them. The fights themselves have also overhauled, with each fight bringing something new to the table. There's also an audience for these fights, and even Kaiser himself watches some of the high level fights. You can also take part in the arena as a female, but I couldn't try it out because Siri killed every last of these skirt wearing weirdos. Player home mods. This year I have only 2 player home mods, and these two are very different from one another. At one hand, we have Underground Hideout. It is located inside this manhole, inside this container, in this vault. Now, to bring power to this place, you need a lot of resources, but once you do, it will be worth it. This is one of those player homes that have so much shit that your head will spin. Weapon rooms, armor rooms, bedrooms, everything. There's also a companion hall with a room for each companion that gets decorated once you finish their quests. If you're more about how many features your player home has, then this mod is for you. But if what matters to you is how a player home looks, then I present to you Kilkenny Estate, a luxurious mansion up on the hill with a roof that makes me jump off every time I visit this place. One thing I will mention is the last time I downloaded this mod, the pool was filled with blue water. but this time around it was dry, as it is unlikely that a pre-war place like that will have a pool like that. The mansion has two entrances, one from upon the hill and the other from this railway tunnel. There is this cave system infested with ants and also a makeshift hideout, suggesting the previous owner took shelter here when the bombs dropped. The inside of the actual mansion is very luxurious, as you might assume, although a bit unsaturated for some reason. All in all, it's a great mod. Quest mods. Although you will see only one quest mod here, keep in mind that the previously mentioned dry well mod is also an quest mod. 7 Graves from Now is a kind of bounty hunting type of quest mod where you hunt down some bank robbers. It is a quest mod about revenge where you have a lot of influence on how things will play out at the end. The characters come off as one-dimensional at first, but soon you realize there's more to them through their backstories and some events that happen throughout the quest. The targets are also interesting and can be dealt in a number of ways. The overall package is superb and in my opinion the best quest mod of this whole year. Sound/radio mods. Atmos Ambience Overhaul objectively improves the ambient sounds of the game. With this mod enabled, each area gained almost 10 plus points to its atmosphere. Listen for yourself. Imperium Radio is a Legion radio station which automatically makes it unique, but it also has a radio DJ whom you can find in the world and also talk to and even kill if you want. He mostly states recent events and kinda molds words to make the Legion look powerful.
Hear the drums of war and the voice of our great leader. This is Imperium Radio, broadcasting the will of Caesar. Here's the latest report from the Mojave. The Conturian Silus has willingly given himself up to the profligates in a show of surrender. Caesar has willed that he be stricken from the rank, and to be dealt with under the harshest discretion of any Legion agents that should cross his path.
But the songs in this radio station are the main standout part. Mojave Radio Selects is another great radio mod, but I can't show it off as it uses a lot of popular songs. Still, I highly recommend it. Weapon mods. Our final category today is weapon mods. 10mm pistol and friends adds all variants of 10mm pistol that have been seen in Fallout. This includes classic games to even Fallout 76. All of them are greatly remade and have great animations, but have completely different uses. The classic pistol is slow firing but packs a lot of punch, while Fallout 4.1 is fast with relatively low damage. It's a great mod pack, and as of writing this script, he uploaded another one of his mod packs, so 2025 will be a great year too. Unsurprisingly, this next one also belongs to the same series. Combat Shotguns and Friends adds 3 shotguns from Fallout 3 but completely recreated with great textures and beautiful animations. Not much to say, all 3 of these weapons are really satisfying to use and any weapon enthusiast should give it a go. Hit Explosives adds a bunch of new explosive weapons to the game. These include a bunch of new types of mines and grenades, grenade launchers, missile launchers, etc. My favorite grenade is the impact grenade. It is so easy to throw and deals massive damage. There's also a bazooka and a quad missile launcher that deals huge amount of damage. There's also a potato grenade launcher, which is, although a joke weapon, actually does surprisingly high damage. And the last mod in this long ass video is Cowboy Weapon Pack. It adds a bunch of new cowboy weapons with excellent animations. Now most of these have long reload animations, but what do you expect from old era weapons? I think it's a fitting mod to end this list and definitely worth a go. And wow, that's it. I can't believe I went from 1500 to 7500 subs. Hopefully I can reach 15,000 this year, fingers crossed. Thanks to all of you as you supported me even after my voice reveal, and thanks to the mod authors, they made these gems. I welcome 2025 and hope this year will be even better for Fallout. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one.